Hello, Huskies back again with more Chicago Blackhawks GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we took care of our second off season as GM. We traded another big name in Corey Crawford. Aside from that, it was kind of lackluster. I mean, we did trade him for Freddie Anderson and Nikita Shoshnikov. I have simmed to the regular season. I just skipped the preseason. There's nothing to really see there. We'll go ahead and I'll show you my lines for the upcoming season. This is what we're going to run with to start. I'm unsure if Daniel Sprong will prosper on this second line with Anisimov and Teravainen. I'm hoping he does. Same with Schmaltz on the third line. I feel like they're both in positions to do well, and I kind of need them both to do well so that they get a decent jump. I'm not expecting much from Schmaltz. He is a two-way forward. He just needs to be a good quality, like an 83 or an 84, so he can be that third line center and be cheap. Daniel Sprong, I would like to see get to a second line. Like I would like to see him get to a Thomas Vanek type overall. I want him to be my second line center or scorer. Because ideally I keep Panarin around because the numbers that he's putting up with Kane and Taves. I mean, year one was a little low, but year two he had 110 points. So, I mean, I would like to keep this first line as long as possible. And if I can get some growth out of some guys like Shoshnikov, if he get to an 84, if Hartman could get a little extra boost. He is playing on the third line, or a fourth line, and he's a third line forward. I might have to put him on the penalty kill so that he doesn't get unhappy, which I'm going to do real quick. Shoshnikov and Schmaltz. Shoshnikov's a decent... Oh, actually, let's just put Shoshnikov on the third pairing, because this is actually fine. But instead of Schmaltz, I want Taves on the penalty kill, because, well, he's Jonathan Taves. Ville Polka, Nalmerson, Tulo. Yeah, that's fine. Three-man PK, I want Taves out there. I mean, it just makes sense to have Taves be on the penalty kill. I don't see why I wouldn't. I mean, the guy's won the Selke, what, twice? Once, twice? I don't remember. Enough times to be number one center on a penalty kill. And then we go Freddie Anderson, 88 overall, 29 years old, makes $5 million. That's our replacement for Crawford. Like I said, we gave up some overall, but we got back a little more youth and a less cap hit. Granted, not thinking about that, the cap hit that I saved did kind of go to Shoshnikov, but that's okay. He's a solid player. But let's get into the season. We're starting off with Pittsburgh Penguins. Brent Seabrook back in Chicago, I think. I don't know if he's still on the team. I'll have to look after the game. But Artemi Panarin and David Pastrnak both on the board early. Let's go. That's what I want to see. Oh, Panarin gets another one, but Sundqvist and Bonino both get one. So we're going to try to see if we can... Nice, Panarin with a hat trick in game one. Let's go. 4 goals in game one. Panarin channeling his inner Austin Matthews. I'm hoping that we can put up a similar performance to last season in which we broke the all-time record for wins with 63. I'm nowhere near expecting to win 63 games again. I mean, this team is significantly more improved, I feel, with our bottom 6. Just being better overall. And we have... Our defense is still not the best, but it's still pretty damn good. Like, this team should win 55 to 60 games, I feel. 63, I think, is a bit much. But yeah, and we don't actually... Oh, and Teravainen's already hurt. October 24th, so he's not missing that much time, so we'll just replace him. As for cap space, I'm still okay on cap space. I have to re-sign Artemi Panarin this season, I believe. And he's already making 6, and he's a 91. So I'm going to assume that he's going to want 7.5 to 8. That's my assumption for this offseason. But luckily, Marcus Kruger comes off the books this season. So I can use his $3 million to I forgot I still have Marchessault and Hinostroza not playing. That's absurd. Our healthy scratches are two of the best players. I mean, they're not good enough to play. But should I send one of them down to play with Springcat and Panic? Oh man, who do I have scratched? Do either of them have two-way deals? None of them have two-way deals. Jonathan Marchessault and Vinny Hinostroza. Man, they're quality players, but I think they're going to end up being trade bait, be honest with you. Because they're going to have not the worst trade value in the world. But I just don't have room for them. My team's pretty much set with Schmaltz and Sprong and Hartman all kind of getting that necessary boost they got last season. So I don't have room for these guys. So if I need to make a move during the season, they might be the guys that tip a deal over the edge. But again, I really don't feel like I need to make any moves. This team is just so good for some reason. Like, I don't understand. We are losing a lot in overtime or in shootouts. We already have 3. I think they're all shootout losses. All right, but I mean, we're 7-1-3 to start the season. Gustav Forsling. Okay, so he's on the out a week, so we can replace him with Victor Bartley. One benefit to having all these guys scratched is I have very easy replacements for every position. I don't have a center per se, but Hinostroza can play center, so it's not awful. Florida's 10-4-1. Another shootout loss. Let me make sure I don't accidentally sim a game he's healthy for. Come on. Okay, so he's not healthy yet. And one thing I'm deciding whether or not I'm debating on whether or not doing is turning this series into an everyday upload for the best of my abilities, because with NHL 18 right around the corner, I want to hit the ground running with that game. Who am I putting back in the lineup? Right defense. I want to hit the ground running with NHL 18. I want to get the series started day 1. Whether that be an actual GM mode or just like a versus series. It might just be like a versus series to start with NHL 18, because usually out of the box this game is pretty busted. And there's already a day 0 patch for when this game comes out on early access. I fully expect GM mode to be broken in some way. I kind of want to see. Damn, St. Louis is 17-2-2. I'm debating what team I want to use for my first NHL 18 GM mode. I feel like everybody on YouTube is going to do the Vegas Golden Knights. And while I think that is an awesome idea to do, I kind of want to stay away from it. As like I said, I think everybody's going to do Vegas. I don't see the... Like, I would love to do Vegas, but I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Like, I avoided doing Toronto this season because of Matthews, Marner, Nylander, all them. Oh, he's going to miss a lot of time. Misses 3 weeks. I think the Hawks are the only team that I really, like, big name that I did this season. I guess Edmonton would count with McDavid, but I didn't see a lot of Edmonton. I haven't seen a lot of GM modes in general. I saw Toronto. Okay, whoa. We lost 5 in a row. We've lost 6 games this month. That's almost more games we've lost. Okay, wow, we're really getting hit hard by the injury bug. Multiple. Okay. Let's edit lines manually. I think Chalmerson's still hurt, so I don't want to put him in. But I saw that what's his face is ready to come back. Hartman. Yeah. I said I'm pretty sure Chalmerson is still hurt, so I shouldn't put him in. No, I'm not. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for a team you want to see me run with NHL 18, because this Chicago one is the last NHL 17 one I'm going to do, and this should take us right up to release day. That's why I'm going to try to do an everyday upload going forward. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep that up. There might be a day or two where I oversleep after work or something and just forget. But I've gotten into a pretty comfortable schedule with work that I can pump out some uploads and get back to doing one a day. Because, I mean, for what? I think 5 months when I started doing this last year. I started uploading these and I started uploading NHL content really, like, with an effort last October. And I think up until January, so 3 months, I had a video every single day ready to go. So I want to get back to that. I also want to know why my volume bar just went red on my mic. So hopefully this records everything. It should be. I'll have to double check the recording after the video. But yeah, like I said, I want to get back to daily uploads. Since I have a job, I can actually buy video games again. Like, I don't have to just, like, stick with one game. I know this is largely an NHL channel, but I'll probably... Oh, I know there was a lot of interest in that FIFA series that I started. If you haven't guessed, I decided not to continue with it because we're so close to FIFA 18. I'm just going to wait for FIFA 18 and start with that. I don't know if I'm still going to do Southampton. I might pick a different team. I might go with Southampton. I don't know. But I'm going to wait for the new FIFA to come out before I do a manager career in that. Another game I might play is Madden NFL. I love that game. And this year just looks really good. So I might do a franchise in that where I actually play games and edit it down like I used to with college football. Alright, we gotta stay healthy here, boys. This is getting ridiculous. Alright, he's not ready to go yet, so... Now he should be. So we're not off to the best start here. Let me put Yoni back in the lineup and we'll look at stats. We're 4th in the division. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are doing really well, so I really can't say that we're doing bad. I mean, we're not winning 63 games like we did last season, but I didn't expect to. And I kind of don't want to because I feel like if you just turn on the Washington Capitals, like you win that many games and you win nothing in the playoffs. But yeah, we're struggling a little bit now. I mean, we're 25, 14, and 7. I say struggling, but look at the teams in front of us. St. Louis has 34 wins. Winnipeg has 31. Dallas has 27. Like, I mean, I don't think we're not going to catch St. Louis, but we can easily catch Winnipeg and Dallas. Even Nashville's right on our tails. But if I look at the Pacific, I'm sure that yeah, they're terrible. We would be first in the Pacific. Hell, Nashville would be tied for first in the Pacific. What the hell? The Central Division kicking ass, as expected. So, I mean, I can't really be upset with our play. Point-wise, Panarin's a point per game. Kane's got 39 points. Taves has 38. Daniel Sprong has 36. That's what I want to see. Daniel Sprong, 21 years old, coming into the league. He's only got 13 goals, but he's got 36 points in 46 games. That's exactly what I want to see. He's taking a lot of shots. They're just not going in. He's a plus 11. So that second line is doing work. Thomas Vanek has 29 points on the third line. Anisimov has 26. I mean, they do kind of fall off pretty hard after Sprong, but I mean, still, Teravainen's a plus 10. And that second line is doing really well. Considering that second line was really kind of lackluster in terms of offense and defense last season. Like, they had decent offense, but their plus minus was pretty shitty. But this season that's changed. Oli Mata's kind of struggling with Duncan Keith, but I feel like that's because our first line isn't scoring nearly as much as they were last season. Pasternak's not having the best year, but not having the worst year. Shashnikov, Ryan Hartman, Shashnikov, and Kruger are hard minuses. I might have to break them up. I mean, -8, -6, -11. That's not very good. I love Kruger, but it might be time for him to go. What is Hinostroza's center stats? Hinostroza doesn't want to play. Shit, that sucks. Then Marchessault could play center, but he's a playmaker. I kind of feel like I should trade them before I lose all their value. Yeah, that fourth line. I need to swap up that fourth line. Cause what's my third line? Thomas Vanek, Nick Schmaltz, and Ryan Hartman. That's my third line. Or no, not Ryan Hartman or Pasternak. I really don't have anybody on that line that I want to move. Like that fourth line just has to work. How's Freddie doing? Over 242 with a 21. He's giving up a lot of goals. How's Crawford doing in Toronto? Crawford has a 918, 251. All right, so he's doing just about the same. So that trade looks even better. How is Seabrook doing in Pittsburgh? Plus 13. He's got 12 points. Yeah, okay, so he's doing pretty good. All right, 16 minutes. A little bit of a shorter video, but I'm going to call it there. The last couple of videos I've released have been pretty long. Next video, we finish up the regular season and maybe do the first round. If you have any suggestions on what I should do with the roster, feel free to let me know. But yeah, there might be a Kruger deal next video. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, leave any suggestions for the team. Any suggestions for the team you want me to use come NHL 18. There's going to be a lot of time to debate on that. We still have a full month and a half before NHL 18 comes out. But yeah. Yeah, I got nothing else. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like button. This is the best way to help spread the video out. And as always, thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next video.